Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 20th episode of Dororo. So, last episode, we had what was easily the most lighthearted and silly episode of the show, with where our hero Hyakimaru narrowly avoided the horrible fate of marrying the most beautiful girl in the show. But, it's all good though. He didn't get tied down, he's still on his adventure to do what he does, get his slims back and all that good stuff, and just have a fun adventure with Dororo. That's the main purpose, so let's get into it and see how he progresses on that. 3, 2, 1, play. Looks like a lovely place. If you can get past the bugs and famine and all that. Locusts, that's the word I was looking for. That's unfortunate. Are they any better? I take that as a no. Oh, not rats, that's worse than locusts! I guess it's just because of the losing the demon's blessing and all that. There could be a different reason, but... Yeah, not for lack of trying, though. Ow. Don't virus and threat protection pop up me. Do I look like a cherry to you? I'm not sure what he took even qualifies as a bite. If you get food to one of them, you have to give it to all of them. Or they'll just follow you home. And we got her opening. So as usual, the show seems to have gotten back into its usual non-lighthearted atmosphere. Anyway, the moth, the shark boy, and Tahomaru. Yeah, the way he's shown with the villains, he does seem to be like perhaps going to be the final boss of the show. Because he is right after the other, boss battles. For lack of a better term. And does look very evil in the shot that he's shown in that bit. So, I don't know if, yeah, that wouldn't have been the fight from before because that was within the shark arc, so it's gotta be a fight later to come. Story of the New. I may have misread that as nude initially, I'll be honest. It looks very autumn-ish. But, pretty. Yeah, we don't need to lose you again, Dororo. Stay behind. Like we usually are. Oh, I was about to say, don't seem very focused, Dororo. You might want to pay more attention. Oof. Are you okay? You didn't scrape your knee or anything, right? I don't know, maybe it's better now that you're with Hyakimaru. Well, that's sad, but it makes sense. Oh, somebody, somebody might be hungry. And look who has food, apparently. I mean, that's what he was doing 5 seconds ago, grabbing that from the tree. See anyone else around here, Dororo? Take it. Eat it. It's not that big of a deal. But I guess it's nice. What even is that? You don't say. I didn't know that. That's some new information. Well, I was thinking red like the color of blood, but nice of you. I love Yakimaru's responses. Clouds are very beautiful. Yeah, of course I am. Something about beauty and nature. This is nice. Yeah, he's a little bit less demon obsessed than he was before. Well, he can talk now, which is a big difference between when you met. He changed physically a lot since somebody's there. There's somebody back there, Dororo. Look like a samurai. Well, get in line, buddy. Actually, another thing about it. Does Hyakimaru get organs back if somebody else kills the demon? Oh, maybe you did come first. Yeah, I did notice that scar. Like a bear attacked you with its big claw. Water. Arguably even more important than food. Your ma. That is pretty sad. But nothing new to the show. Oh, that is hideous. Well, sorry to hear that. He's had quite a history with these demons, you could say. I didn't realize he was born into this whole demon conflict. Do you not... Can you sense some evil in the sky? Some red, perhaps? Was he sniffing himself to see if his stench drove him away? Is that what that was? I hope that's what that was, because that's funny. He is strong. Really? Okay, here it is. Is that a chimera? Yeah, it definitely looks like it's... Yeah, no, it is straight up a chimera. Yeah, that's what I said. It's a chimera. And it's clearly a demon. It's got the red. Okay, let's see if Hyakimaru can take him. Watch out for its tail, though. It probably bites. Do you have to hold the arm in your mouth? Can't you just, like, have that set somewhere? Go back for it later? Hey, yeah, seriously, watch out for Dororo, please. Oh, God, that's not cool. Apparently he's working with the demon, this dirty traitor. Yeah, would like an answer to that? That may have been a lie. Okay, that wasn't a lie. But it was still a lie. Well... At least you're dealing with this in a healthy way. You are a broken person, aren't you? We're gonna make you more broken. Physically, though. Just ran to the rock. Oh! Ow, that's not good. Ow. At least we escaped them, I guess, but was it worth it? I had a feeling he was bad news from the beginning. And I confirmed that. But the Hall of Hell is usually just a friendly place. Well, that's not good. And he's feeling the consequences of that. Okay, you don't have a concussion or anything, do you? So where did we end up exactly after we fell off a cliff? Which would usually kill a person, but not anime protagonists. Yeah, he's not a good guy. Is your arm stuck? Because it looks stuck. I think it's stuck. Oof. Well, I don't know how to tell you this, Dororo, but we gotta cut that arm off. Don't worry, we know a guy that can get you some prosthetic limbs. Oh. Okay, so Dororo did not wet herself. It's just water coming from the ground. Yeah, that's... makes perfect sense. Yeah, we really need to get this out. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, we need somebody to help with this. I don't think that's gonna work either. I think that might be even harder to do. You're lucky your arm isn't completely, like, crushed underneath that thing. I'm guessing that never happened. He used to be such a good boy, didn't he? Uh, no, your hopes and dreams are gonna be crushed. By this thing, specifically. Well then. But you gotta protect your ma. Stab the beast with a sword. Eesh. Somebody was disarmed. Yes. I think that would be best. You know, we were kind of running out of time. Yakimaru, out. It's... yeah, only thing you're going to accomplish is broken arms. I don't understand how it's getting flooded like that when they're outside. Like, I've seen scenes like this before in fiction, but never in an outside environment. Ow! Yeah. Ow! Oh. Yeah, that arm is not looking good. Uh, Come on, Yakimaru, you gotta think of something better. Well, that's not gonna help either. So, I don't know what we do here. We might actually have to do the unthinkable and cut the arm off. Yeah, I'll headbutt the rock instead. Oh. Well, I should have left it to him to begin with. Then we could have saved Dororo without the concussion. He's just like, I could have done that. Yeah, we need to fix that arm. Or get a real one, I guess. Although he will have to change his fighting style a little bit if he gets real arms. Kyuu in the Naruto run with sword arms makes it look so much cooler. Okay. We just ran over to this guy to kill him, or... It's not as empty as it used to be. Oof. Well, he obviously dodged it or something. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe he's just, wow. Okay. Damn. Okay. That... Didn't expect it to go like that. Well then. I think you may have pissed him off. So we're gonna get more details on this. Oh, good. I guess that would freak out a random passerby. Uh, that is pretty messed up. Yeah, not very honorable at all. Well, how did that go? Oh, like a bug being squashed. Well, yeah, everyone dies when they're killed. And this beast might die too. I must defend the creature that killed my mother. He's not a coward like you. He's a true warrior unlike you. Ooh, right to the face. Good shot. So yeah, it's not the same end result for everyone, clearly. Well, I think we might have got it. Ooh. Yeah, might want to pick your battles, dude. Ow! Everybody wishes they could be as cool as Hyakimaru, but unfortunately not everyone can. Eesh. And he's gonna be eaten. Yeah, even though I saw that coming, that still was... Uh... Oh, is he gonna grow more powerful after eating him? Oh, it's got wings now. Okay, it's not over. Ugh. It became more grotesque somehow. Well, now he's truly one with that creature, so good for him. Yeah, you kind of missed a pretty brutal fight. Hopefully he's still okay. There's a lot of blood everywhere. Hard to say whose it is. But I think the creature's dead. I think that's safe to say at this point. It sure was an epic fight we missed most of. Man, there's just blood everywhere. Yes, right there. Mo Shindeiru. Yes, he is. More than you. Definitely more than you. So, does he get anything back from this? I guess that's a no. Okay, I think it's already dead. Hyakimoto, you can stop now. Stabbing it won't make anyone feel better. Be careful, you're gonna hurt Dororo. You'll definitely feel bad then. Oh, what's happening? This can't be good. Okay. Yeah, I gotta do the forehead nuzzling thing to calm him down. Oh, that's our next target. Can't forget your arms. I know one of them's not doing so great, but can't just forget them. Yeah, I guess he just been forgotten. But I guess, yeah, our final arc has to be going after Daigo. It has to be. Which is probably where he'll meet up with Tahomaru as kind of like a sub-boss. I mean, Daigo... I don't know if Daigo can even really fight. Have we seen him fight? I know we've seen him stand around and monologue and talk about how everything's somebody else's fault, but... I don't know if we've seen him actually fight. I keep trying to think of those scenes I've seen Daigo in, and mostly it's just him standing outside his house complaining about something. I mean, Tahomaru I've seen fight, definitely, so he can fight, so... Because of that, I'm not sure if Tahomaru could be a sub-boss, because that would imply Daigo's the main boss battle, but I don't know if he can fight worth anything. And Daigo's not in the opening the same way Tahomaru is. So he... I don't know. I'm not sure how to phrase what I'm trying to say. They'll probably have to defeat Tahomaru to get to Daigo, but I don't know if we'll get any kind of full-on combat battle between Hyakimaru and Daigo. That's kind of guess what I'm trying to say. But I guess we'll see. New. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. New or New. One of the two. So, that was the 20th episode of Dororo. And this episode, there's really not a lot to say with this one. You know, as usual, Hyakimaru and Dororo are going after demons, is what they do. And meanwhile, you have Tahomaru dealing with the horrible things that happen to the villages in his country. You know, the rats and locusts and it's pretty and starvation. Like it's all pretty unpleasant stuff. Of course, nothing new for the show though. And while Tahomaru's kind of dealing with that, Hyakimaru's going after the demon, and they found another guy that clearly looked like a samurai that was after the same demon for 6 months, allegedly, supposedly. And he gave this story about how it killed its mother and all that. But we learned a little bit about the truth in that regard later on. But yeah, we learned he kind of lied to us about a lot of things. Because once we finally found the demon and attacked it, he attacked Hyakimaru. So clearly siding with the demon for whatever reason. Which is obviously not cool. But I don't know how to describe this guy. He goes from this demon attacked him and his mother and killed her to, hey, I'm going to work together with it. And I know they tried to connect the dots there with the flashbacks, but it still seems weird to me. And just, it's like, what? Hey, that's horrible. I had to cut off my mother's arm to escape it, and it's still hanging on me as I return to my village. Random villagers come up and say, hey, we'll get revenge. Let's go attack that beastie. Then they all die fighting it, and then he's just like, whoa, they all died. I guess that happens there too. Well, I guess I'll work together with the demon. Like, I don't fully understand how that kind of mentality he has there. I really don't quite get it. So, I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of a defeatist mentality. I don't know exactly what you'd call that at all. Not even the slightest. I don't think Stockholm Syndrome would work either. I don't know what you'd call that at all. But I guess it doesn't matter that much. The point is, he's a coward. He's not a true warrior, the cool guy that Hyakimaru is, and he decided to work with the monster to make himself feel better. You know, I mean, I guess that's really what it comes down to. He works together with the monster because it felt good to watch the others die from it, which still doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's what it is, I guess. And at that point, yeah, Hyakimaru decided to defeat them both, and he did. They combined, and he still killed them both. Didn't get anything back from it, though. Just stabbed it repeatedly and still didn't get anything back from it. That's how it goes, though, sometimes. And Dororo was in a bit of trouble because she got her arm stuck in the rock. Luckily for her, the arm wasn't completely, like, smashed. Like, it takes a lot of luck to have an arm trapped in a pile of rocks like that without being severely damaged. Like, it's got rocks have to land in pretty much the exact perfect way for it to both be stuck and to not be crushed. Like, there's a very small window where that's possible. So, you can I don't know if you can call that super lucky or super unlucky, but it's one of them. But yeah, it still seems weird to me that because they were outside and yet Dororo was getting like the water was getting to the point where she couldn't breathe anymore. Like she wasn't trapped in like a big hole or anything, right? I don't know how that was even possible. I mean, maybe I could go back and look at. Yeah, maybe I should go back and look at where he ended up. What part was that? Okay. I mean, okay, yeah, I guess there is... It's hard to tell how deep it is, but they're in a little bit of a hole. Yeah, it's not really a great shot of it, but yeah, I guess you can see there's rocks behind them in this shot. So I guess the rocks are high enough and insulated enough where no water leaked out and they could build up water like a big pond. Is that a good word for it? Like a big crater? I don't know. But I guess it's technically possible if there is a layer of rock like that around them. So... It wasn't so much being in a hole as it was... I don't know. It's still weird. It all seems a little bit contrived, this whole scenario. But yeah, there is technically a hole there, essentially, which I guess is tall enough, deep enough to drown a small child. Like this wouldn't happen to Hyakimaru. Like, it's not deep enough for him to drown, but I guess for Dororo, since she's so small, it does work. So yeah, I guess I can accept that. It just seems a little bit... of a stretch, but I can believe it, I guess. But I was definitely starting to freak out a little bit because this show does have a, well, not main character, a somewhat important character that does give out prosthetic limbs as a thing he does. Like, that's a big part of the show. It's not inconceivable that a main character could lose a limb and have to get a prosthetic one. That is within the realm of possibility. So I did legitimately think it might actually come to that. Like, it would come down to the wire. It's like Dororo is going to drown. She's going to drown in the next 5 seconds if we don't cut that arm off right now and pull her out. Then we can go get a prosthetic arm for her. Like, that's a possibility. Like, a lot of shows, you know, I would just sit here and say, yeah, well, of course she's going to be fine. I mean, main character, she'll get out somehow. But in a show like this that has that precedent of giving, you know, people prosthetic limbs, it makes me more worried because that could happen. We could get it to the point where we just have to cut it off and pull her out, and that would be very unfortunate because we're trying to get limbs back, not lose them. So yeah, I was definitely a little bit worried in that scene because of that, but I never would have imagined the priest would just show up and like, yoink, yay, got her arm out. Like, just that easily. It definitely worked better than Hyakumaru's strategy of headbutting the rocks several times. That did not work at all. Not in the slightest. But yeah, we got her out. We took down the Chimera, even after it fused together with our samurai guy. I don't remember if he even had a name, honestly. I barely remember the Chimera's name. New way. But I guess it doesn't really matter. He's dead now. And Hyakumaru, yeah, he was not a big fan of that creature at all. Just stab, 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 stab. And I guess we're after Daigo now. So it makes sense because we are getting to like the final arc, so we don't really have time for anything else. We have to go to the main enemy, which is Daigo. He's the source of all these problems. He's the one that sacrifices baby to demons to make his country prosperous, which is not a good thing to do. That's pretty much the opposite of what you do to get your Father of the Year mug, so not good on Daigo at all. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he will fight Tahomaru before getting to Daigo. I'm like 80% sure of that, which will be interesting to see, because they've obviously butt heads before, Tahomaru and Hyakumaru, but we might actually have to have a battle to the death if it comes to that. Which I don't really want to see Tahomaru die, because he's not a bad guy, just a little bit misguided and confused and stuff, but I don't think he's a bad person or anything. He just wants his country to prosper and all that, so I don't really have any hatred towards Tahomaru or anything, but he is the antagonist essentially, so he does have to be taken down if he gets in his way. So I'm okay with him dying. I wouldn't like take any glee in him dying or anything, but I'm okay with it, honestly, because of the position people have been put into. Because Hyakumaru is the one that I'm rooting for, because he's the one that got screwed over so much in the show. So I mean, there's pretty much very few things that I would actually disapprove of Hyakumaru doing because of how much the worst of this world has screwed him over, to be honest. Unless he starts just randomly slaughtering innocent children or something, that I would obviously take issue with, but so far he hasn't done anything that really made me want to not root for him, if that makes sense. Like, obviously he's made some mistakes, you know, here and there, but nothing super bad. So I'm still very much on Hyakumaru's side. Especially because that's the side where Dororo's on, and Dororo's cool. It's hard to believe that when Dororo first arrived in like episode 1, I didn't care much for the character at all. But yeah, she's grown on me a lot over the course of 20 episodes. I think that's pretty much everything I got to say. It was really painful to see Hyakumaru try to free Dororo, just going from pushing the rock and breaking his arms to headbutting it, just not good strategies at all. Hyakumaru, a strategist, a tactician, he is not at all. So good thing somebody else showed up, or that would have been much worse of a scene. But yeah, thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.